10 minutes. What if I told you that in 10 minutes a day could change your life and change your student's life? It happened to me. Let me take you back. As educators, we are taught to keep our students under control. We have rules. Tell them what they're going to learn. We tell them how to learn it. Relax. You're getting too excited. You're getting too loud. Sit down. Stand up. You want to go to the bathroom now? Now is not the time. Well, it must work because we keep doing it. But in our classroom, it was a different story. Let me tell you about Terrell. He had been in suspended more than he had been in school. He was a fighter, and he always had to get the last word in. And he never had a problem saying F you to any of the adults, including me, and he did it quite a lot. He told me that he did not see a future. He saw himself dead by the age of 21. And the sad part is that many of our students felt the same way. If we could give Terrell the tools he needed to be successful, then couldn't we do that for all of our kids? From what we learned, we developed successful classroom techniques. Welcome to our BrainZones framework. A few years ago, I was looking for a washing machine and I went into an appliance store and there was Terrell. And I said, Terrell, I haven't seen you in years. I said, you work in here? And he said, yeah, I'm working here, but I also own the place. I thought, oh my gosh. And then he said, I own 4 other places. I was so excited to hear that. And then he said to me, Ms. Burns, I have something to tell you. I've been wanting to tell you this for years. I'm going to let Terrell tell you because he can tell it better than I.
It changed behavior-wise because I probably had the most suspensions ever. You know, I think I had like 130-something suspensions. I think it helped me because I had I was messed up. Then I came to you guys' class and I think you guys are talking about parents more, and then stop, calm down, breathe, and lights. Oh, that was relaxation time.
In this session, we will show you that you only need 10 minutes a day to show your students how to gain control of their emotions in order to give them self-confidence, self-reliance, and hope.